That's the journey you've got planned. That would be my normal day. And now the Marvels are a 5-piece band from Portsmouth, describing themselves as having a 60s influence combined with classic British pop vibe. Originally performed covers, but lockdown has inspired them to write a song about what life has been like, and it's called Lock Me Down. Before we hear the song, a band member, John Hoyland, joins me on the line now. Lockdown has produced some great artistic stuff. Good morning to you, John.
Morning, Alan. How are you?
Very well, thank you. It's funny, isn't it, that lockdown has pushed a lot of artistic people to have to go and search for something else, and it's brought some lovely new things to the surface.
No, absolutely. I think it's fair to say on social media there's a lot of people posting their own songs and covering other people's songs, and it's great that people are getting their material out there.
Yeah, I mean, social media and online has really been the delight for you guys, because people perhaps who wouldn't have, I think they call them eyes online, the people who study data. They say there are so many more eyes online, it's much easier to get spotted. You've obviously written this tune. Were you blown away by the response to the track?
Absolutely. It was co-written by myself and our guitar player, Danny Watson. The response we got, I mean, we posted the song about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, and was hoping for some, reasonable feedback, but it's fair to say that the response we've got has been, pretty overwhelming.
Did you then all hook up and agree as musicians that, I'll put down the drum track and I'll send that to you, and then you put down the guitars and then you send that to me and we'll bolt it together? Or did you have a sort of socially distanced band meeting? How did you piece it together?
It was kind of just an organic process, really. I think Danny came up with a bit of an idea, sent something over to me. I put some bits and pieces down, sent it back, and we kind of it wasn't really a kind of a strategy behind it as such. It was just, it just kind of happened, really. And then we ended up with something. We thought, actually, that doesn't sound bad. So we thought, well, let's put it on, Facebook, social media, and see what sort of response we get. And as I say, it was, really good.
And then it went wild. So in many ways, some great publicity for you. And because you can't be out on the road, you want to keep your name out there. I imagine, before we hear the record in full, I imagine that you guys are desperate to get back on the road. But at the moment, you're thinking, that's going to happen next year?
Yeah, I mean, the gig calendar, although there's stuff still in it for the remaining year, obviously everything's got a question mark against it. So with the news recently that, venues might start opening again next month. If we get anything in the diary this side of Christmas, I think we'll be pleased. Okay.
Before I punch play on this, the music video's on our Facebook page. Tell me about putting that together.
As our home video, you've been framed sort of thing. So, it's all just been done on our own phones again. Just trying our best to try and come up with something a bit creative, given the situation of obviously being stuck indoors pretty much most of the time. So, I hope it conveys the kind of message in the song.
Yeah, I think it does. Congratulations on the Marvel's success. Well done for coming up with ideas. Before I press play on this, then, just give us a bit of a warm-up to the song. Tell us a little bit about it, so we can set the scene, and then we can listen to the track.
Okay, yeah. So as you said, the song's called Lock Me Down. It's initially from the sort of obvious perspective, I guess, given the current climate of someone being in lockdown, being fed up, not being able to go anywhere. And then as the song progresses, it starts to reflect really more on the positive outcomes that lockdown has had possibly on the environment. There's stuff and pictures on Facebook of the Square Tower in Old Portsmouth, the sea there, looking more like the Mediterranean than anything else at the moment. So it's hopefully a bit of a positive sort of message towards the end.
Lovely. John Hoyland from the Portsmouth band, The Marvels. Thank you for joining us on BBC Radio Solent. Here we go.
Pressure building up for days. Pressure left me feeling so estranged, 'cause nothing changes, days just feel the same, and no one's moving, everybody's out the game. It's starting to kick the beat. Raise your head up, stop shuffling your feet. And now the smog is rising, they're clapping in the streets. MCs are clearing, Mother Nature's been set free. It's beginning to sink in through the longest days. What were we thinking? It should never be the same. Now the world has turned on me to lock me down, 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 down.
The Portsmouth band The Marvels, Lock Me Down. You're listening to BBC Radio Solent. You can watch their video on our Facebook page at the Alun and Lou Show Group Facebook page. Super easy to find, and well done them.
BBC Radio Solent.
Make a difference.
A very good morning to you. It is 7.